Hey there, Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Lit Waters. I am excited to get to do this with you today. We are going to take a look at the energy for January of 2022. South Node is in your sign. Venus is in your house of communication, having conversation with the Mercury, also ruling communication, and Pluto that rules your sign. How do we transform everything? Mars is coming into the conversation soon. And so what are you working on that requires an edit in the way you communicate? So maybe you're putting together some kind of a business proposal, or maybe it's the way you communicate with the people in your life that are important to you, or maybe it is communication with siblings or families or whatever. It could also be that you're getting ready to change the way that you commute to work. Maybe you're looking to make some changes where you can perhaps work from home more instead of having to be on the road all the time. That was a gift of 2020, is that a lot of businesses found out that, hey, people can actually work from home. And so that will improve quality of life eventually when people don't have to waste so much time in a nasty commute, right? So we're going to take a look at the Celtic Cross, and then we're going to pull cards for health, wealth, and happiness. And then you may or may not have noticed, you're pretty observant, that I have a membership portal now. And so if you, at least I'm hoping I will by the time you see this. So if you want to go to the membership, when I complete this reading, I'm going to go on and do a reading for love, singles, for those that are coupled. The singles would be broken into two sections: those who are happy to be single and those who are single and looking. And I'm laughing because your overall energy is the Scorpio card of death. Big transformation, that there's a lot of letting go in order to create space, in order to clear things out. When Scorpio going through with the South Node going through your sign. What this means for you is that as you let go of, especially if you're a Scorpio rising, as you let go of things that have held you back in relationships, the North Node is in your house of relationship, and you aim in the direction you want to go. A Scorpio sun would be letting go of the things in your life that has stopped and blocked you from being able to get on your soul path and to do your soul's work. A Scorpio moon, South Node going through Scorpio, is going to be about releasing the fears and the obsession and the inappropriate reaction or need to control certain situations. It's an emotional energy. So depending on which one is for you, that is what's happening right now. And so obviously on the 23rd, the mean node, it's a mathematical thing. Anyways, the mean node got into your sign. The other way they calculate it is the 20th or the 15th or something like that of January. It doesn't really matter. We already had an eclipse in Taurus. And so as far as I'm concerned, we've been in this North Node, South Node energy for quite a while already. So let's see what you have going on here. Well, I really like what I'm seeing as far as you are very interested in nurturing and taking care of yourself. That is super important. That looks really good. You have an opportunity here to release and let go of this month things that do not work for you, and focus on what is really of value to you. So we start off with you guys sitting here in this Ten of Cups energy, trying to figure out and decide how to bring in and have emotional satisfaction in your life, or if you're already feeling that way, how do you maintain it? And again, it could be in a number of ways, but there is this energy of having to let something go in order to bring something in. There's a big transition that is happening this month. And actually for the next 18 months. But it's kicking off strong here. We have a new moon in Capricorn that happens on the 2nd of January, and it's very potent. It has no negative aspects, and a lot of planets are aspecting it positively, but it's aspecting it mostly in the energy of choice and decision making. So a lot of support in making these changes, in making these transitions around things that you value, because Venus is about value. She's about love. She's about finances. She is about self-worth and self-esteem. And so it is about energy that is moving around that. And we just had Jupiter move into Pisces, and that is your 5th house of fun and romance. And that happened on the 28th of January. And so as Pisces starts moving through the sign, it is going to end up in a lot of this choice and decision making with the stuff that is going on in Capricorn this month. As this month is January, it's got Capricorn and Aquarius energies very strong. So what should you be leaning into? The decision making process. We have the 7 of Cups. The 7 of Cups is about narrowing down the choices. This week is definitely about narrowing down the choices, but as we move through the month, when we get to January 8th, 9th, when that Venus is halfway through a retrograde, she comes into exact conjunction with the moon. She's directly between the moon and the sun. And we call that a Cassini moon, Cassini Venus. And so there will be this light illuminating the situation. Decision-making process starts. Venus will move direct on January 29th. So the second half of the month, definitely a lot more clarity coming in. And so this month, lean into your ability to, there's 7 cups there. How do you, so one of them you've already eliminated. See that one, that cup that's upside down? Now there's a process of turning some of the other cups upside down till you get to that 1 cup, that Ace of Cups, the one you want to focus on. And how do I know you want to focus on one? Because here in your subconscious, we have the Mother of Cups. We have the Swan, and she only has 1 cup sitting there. She is using her ability to really focus in on what is her emotional energy and her intuition. And the thing about a Swan that's important to remember is that the Swan didn't think it fit in. It thought it was the ugly duckling, when it was really a beautiful swan. So where in your life are you making a transition, a change from something that you think is ugly and nasty and horrible, when in fact it's just that you are not in the right situation where you are appreciated for the gifts that you have? In your conscious mind, you have the 5 of Wands. There's a lot of things that need to be dealt with. At least it's not the 8 of Wands. That's super busy. 5 of Wands is manageable. They're all going in different directions. And to me, it almost feels like you're trying to pull together a whole bunch of things, because the outgoing card is the King of Wands. So he only has 1 wand. So there's a need to eliminate or manage or control or put in the proper order. It feels like a scattering. Okay, so like a bundling up of things, like tying up of loose ends, of completing cycles, of letting aspects and stuff go. The other way to look at it would be, because we have this 1 wand that the king is holding. If you do the math, if you take that 1, so this is the thing you're most going to focus on. This is instead of scattered energy. That's what this feels like, a scattered energy. So if you pick up this one thing that you really focus on, then you end up with 4 wands over here. And 4 wands, that creates stability. So you have a lot of scattered energy, and if you can focus in on one thing this month, pick that one thing to focus in on and work really hard on it, because you have the opportunity here in the area of opportunity. We have the Eight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles, this is manifestation through creativity, through hard work, through showing up on a regular basis, through tending what's going on, because when it's a spider web, right? And so the spiders, if it looks for the opportunity, it feels the energy come in when there's an opportunity. So a fly lands and it runs over, it ties it up, but then it has to repair. It has to repair the structure in order to keep it the integrity of it. And so it's constant, it's steady, it's self-mastery. You have an opportunity here to develop some self-mastery in one area and being focused on that one thing. And right now you have too many things that you're trying to focus on at the same time. And so the challenge is, what do you cut loose? What do you release? What do you let go of? Because in the area of the challenges, you have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is an earthworm. What's interesting about earthworms is that when you cut them in half, both sides go on to be their own complete entity. So where are you spending a lot of time trying to help a situation, a person, a task at work, something where if you would just cut it loose so that your energies wasn't so scattered, it would be able to be fine on its own. The people could pick up the slack. The individual could learn how to stand on their own 2 feet. The project at work could get done easily by somebody else. Like, what is it that you are trying to control everything, Scorpio, where you could actually let somebody else run their own life, run that project, run that aspect of something? Where can you release and let go so that you can focus on what it is that you really want, because you have way too much going on here, so that you can have your own sense of self-mastery? And I don't think that you're like, okay, so a lot of times, okay, so Scorpio, it's really hard, right? It's really hard to not have total control of a situation. And I'm not sure exactly what all drives that. And I'm not even sure it's the same thing for every Scorpio, okay? But power and control, knowing what's going on, knowing where all the chess pieces are, being able to see several moves ahead. This is Scorpio mind. But you, I think, are doing this from the aspect of wanting to actually help. It doesn't feel nefarious at all. It doesn't feel vindictive. I was married to a Scorpio who used to say, I don't get mad, I get even. It doesn't feel like that energy. This feels like the energy of wanting to nurture and care for, because you are here in the Mother of Pentacles energy. This is very nurturing and caring energy. And so you might be a little scattered, right? Because here you are at the Ten of Cups. You and the Mother of Cups, right? So this is all that loving, nurturing energy, wanting to create this really beautiful home and family and love, and this is what you really want, but you're scattered energies. And there's a need to go through and release and let go of some of the choices and the decisions, and start cutting things out and allowing others to develop their own skill set, their own sense of confidence, their own capabilities, their own self-mastery. It is a gift that you give others when you let them take care of themselves to a certain point. In the area of advice, you have a butterfly, but it is the High Priestess. And there's that infinity symbol, which I always associate with the Eight of Pentacles. It's not the High Priestess. It's the Two of Pentacles. I'm like, why is the infinity symbol wrapped around pentacles? Okay, all right, so it's the Two of Pentacles. The advice is to find the balance. The advice is to find the balance. In your environment, you have temperance, which is balance. This is bringing together the fire and the water, the action and the emotional energy to create balance. You can transform your life if you can find the balance. You need to cut some stuff out. It's the outcome. This little bolt of lightning, this understanding that you can, it's a snake, Scorpio, transition, change, evolving, even though it's wands. I always think of, so to me, Scorpio is the fiery water sign, right? And so this transition, it's raining, there's a storm, there's the rain, there's the water, there's the Scorpio water, right? But it is a snake, this shedding of its skin. It's the standing up for yourself. It's this bolt of lightning, this energy, this focus. It's focused energy on something creates the transformation. But what came out with this is you have this Nine of Swords and this Son of Swords. And so this is the sleepless nights. This is the being really worried about a thing to the point that you're actually like almost hyper focused on it. In a stalkery, obsessed way. But if you take the sword, if you have this Nine of Swords and you have the Son of Swords come in, the Son of Swords, oh, that's the Knight of Swords. This clarity, this fast action, this moving in and sweeping in. You had that sword that the Knight's bringing in. Now you have a Ten of Swords and you have completed its cycle. And then the transition can happen, the transformation, and you can rise like a phoenix. You can come out of the cocoon in a much more balanced way. I think that it really comes down to using your intuition this month to nurture and take care of yourself, to assess what your priorities are and figure out what it is that you are going to choose. This is bothering me. Is it bothering you? It's making me crazy. Just saying. Okay, every time I look up and it's like sticking way out there, I'm like, what is that? Okay, so allowing yourself to focus in on that one thing. It'll help you to create stability instead of trying to focus on so many things. And also being willing to let go of some of the stuff. You have an opportunity for some serious self-mastery here to transform your life. A butterfly to me is 3D transformation. This isn't spiritual. Dragonflies would be spiritual to me. So this is transforming, creating order out of chaos around the home, on the job, if you end up as the king, then that means that maybe you're starting a business. So maybe you have too many things going on. Maybe you started a business and you offer too many services. And so you were crazy tired all the time because you weren't focusing on that one thing that you're really good at. Or maybe you hire somebody to take care of a couple of those things you can have, but they're not your primary focus. You have scattered energy. There's just a need to use that Capricorn energy, which is very organized, to reorder, to reconstruct something in a way that works better. And you have an opportunity here. The challenge is, are you willing to let go of some of the control and let some other people help you? Let some other people take their own personal responsibility for their own stuff so that you can allow yourself to get some sleep. let's move on to health, which is going to be about not being overworked. Let's see what else it is. I'm using for this the Oracle of the Mystical Moments. It is a deck that I haven't used in a very long time, but Spirit wanted to use it. So you have the Observer. The Observer will focus on the one thing that needs their time and attention, and when the moment is right, they will act. They will act. They'll take the picture. They'll get the shot. You're trying to create this beautiful environment for yourself. You're trying to do this self-mastery and to grow and to evolve and to create this beautiful balance and to transform your life. There is a need to take, one, good care of yourself, and two, have patience and wait for the right moment to strike. So, as far as health goes, I just see overextension. I see also not getting enough sleep. If you turn off the blue screens a good hour or two, so like my computer, I have it set at like 9 o'clock. It goes to some kind of yellow thing. It's so that the blue light will trigger in your brain stuff that keeps you awake. So in order for me to go to sleep on time, that's necessary. So it is now 5:08 p.m. here, and I can see that people are coming home and they are using the internet, and it's getting glitchy. So I'm going to wrap this up. Because I cannot stand that. I'm also going to close this notification in case maybe that is part of the problem. There's just... I try to get done before 5 o'clock because I can't stand how glitchy it gets. I'm actually going to get done with this, and I'm going to go to the portal and do the love reading and the soul growth. And so I'm still going to do that, but we'll break that up by coupled, and then those are single and like it, and those are single and looking. So you have here for financial, the wealth portion, you have the collaborator, the moon, and the messenger, Mercury. So again, it is the collaboration that brings in the wealth. It is the communication, Scorpio rising for sure. This is communication. Communicating efficiently, openly, to bring in the help you need, like really unloading some of these responsibilities and letting other people have their opportunity. Look at all these hands that are raised. There are people that are looking for more responsibility that will grow from it. You can mentor, like the Mother of Pentacles here. You can mentor and you can grow people and help them so that you don't have to be doing everything all of the time. That allows space for you to have more balance in your life. Allows you time to focus in on what's really important to you. So take some time this month to look at who would benefit from mentorship from you, and at the same time it would benefit your life to have somebody assume some more of the responsibilities. You have, for happiness, you have a starting fresh. A wonderful new beginning is blossoming in my life. If you will allow some of the stuff to cycle out and let other people take care of it, if you were willing to end and complete some aspects, some cycle, and it looks like a cycle of worry, then you get to have a new start, which is beautiful. So endings and new beginnings, it is the beginning of the new year. So take a look around. How can you streamline your life a little bit so that there's more time for you? And the thing also about this health thing, she has to sit there for a long time to get the shot. When was the last time you just sat and observed life? Read a good book, went for a walk in nature, sat on a park bench and watched the kids play. Meditation. When was the last time you just sat in the quiet and the solitude of your own mind and observed things just for, I'm going to say for fun? Because Scorpio, you're always observing everything, but just observing to notice life around you, not how it affects you, not what strategy you need to pull forward or anything, but more about what is, just observing life, observing how the seasons change, how people, oh my God, when I lived in Florida, back in the early 80s, I lived about, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes from SeaWorld. And I would just go there. I had a pass, so I could go anytime I wanted. And so on my day off, sometimes on the days I worked, I would take a lunch hour. I would go over there and I would sit and have lunch. And I'd people watch. And I would imagine stories about what's going on in their life or whatever. And of course, I always went and watched the Sammy the Sea Lion. Seymour the Sea Lion, Sammy the, I don't know, Holly the Otter, who the hell, I can't remember. It was a long time ago. But I really enjoyed just watching people, watching their enjoyment, just observing life a little. It was a very calming, lovely way to spend an hour once or twice a week. When was the last time you did something like that? Maybe it's time. All right, I will see you over in the membership portal if you're coming on over to see what's going on with the love life. But it's time to let a few other people take a little more responsibility for their life so that you can enjoy yours a little bit more. All right, I will talk to you soon. You guys take care. I think I can get this.